Well, we are in the process of ranking our top 5 films of 2021. And we also have some drinks as well because it is the end of the year. So cheers, Lara. Oh, wow.
Sorry, I got a head start.
Had a sip, before. So we are now in the top 2. And I think I'll go first. So my second choice is Dune, which was surprisingly not Lara's top 2.
Yeah, we have some overlap between these, but not in the same position. We rank them differently.
I honestly assumed that Dune was your first choice.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because you seemed so excited about it.
Yeah.
I mean, you saw it twice, so I don't know.
I've
only seen it once.
There is another one on this list that I have seen twice, but we'll get to that.
Oh.
Don't think about it too hard.
Well, I'm already thinking about it. But anyway, so we all know what Dune is about. I loved it. And I've only seen it once. So I'm really excited to see it a second time. But I just kind of feel like I don't know. It really stuck with me. It's like one of those films that I started to think about and unravel. And if you look at my YouTube feed, Dune videos are all over it. Like, I'm still watching Dune videos. So clearly it's made an impact. And I think I also, while I'm working, I listen to the Dune soundtrack. So I think in general, I just really enjoyed the film. And I don't think I don't think that I only enjoyed the story. Like, the story was okay. Like, I don't think that it was, I mean, it inspired a lot of other adventure sci-fi stories. So it's not, like, fresh for me. But what I enjoyed about it and what keeps me thinking about it is actually kind of the pacing of the story and maybe the creative routes that the story took. So one example would be the music, which I listen to all the time now. Another aspect of it was like the world building, the VFX, the art direction. Like, it's a beautiful film, but someone had to like really collapse everything together into one vision. And I think that's what makes it a strong film for me. Like, all of the different aspects of the film combined, like each on its own, very amazing, very well done. But to make it all so cohesive was just such a good film. It's just mind-blowing how all of those things work together.
Yeah, how wild is it that this is Cheryl's number 2, but it's already it's lower down on my list. Maybe I think
crazy.
Probably part of this has to do with expectations. But
yeah, maybe.
Anyways, so my second favorite, this is one that Cheryl has already talked about, was King Richard.
Ooh.
So I won't get too much into it because Cheryl has already talked about it. Make sure to listen to our podcast. Link down below. I just love this film, and I'm so happy that Cheryl had seen it first because I had the opportunity to see it, but I wasn't sure if I would. Like, it kind of conflicted with some other plans that I had, so it would mean, like, going to them late. But I was like, okay, you know what? Cheryl really liked it. It looks like a fun movie. Chris Bowers, who's my favorite composer, did the music. So let's just go. And it was so heartwarming. Like, one of those films where you just walk out of smiling. You feel so good. The whole movie, I was like, this is just so great. Like, it was so much fun to watch. And I don't feel like I watch a ton of, like, heartwarming movies anymore. Maybe it's, like, the time we're living in, or that I watch a lot of documentaries. But I just don't watch too many, like, joyful films in that way these days. So it really shook things up for me, and I loved it. Really moving.
Aww. I'm so glad you watched it. When Lara asked me, should I go? I think I literally said like 100%,
it was like
and
caps.
like that's it. Yeah, like hundo p. Like, please go. It's so good and so heartwarming. But lower down on my list, did our 2 and 3 switch or swap? Maybe not.
Maybe. No, Dune was 4 for me.
Oh, okay. Dune is a lot lower than I thought it would be for you.
I kept moving the order around.
Okay, well, my top film of the year is so surprising.
Wait, I gotta do a little...
It's Spencer. Which,
What?
I knew you were going to...
I did not see that coming.
I think I should be talking to Celia, honestly, like, to your sister,
Yeah,
just
my
because
sister loves the movie.
she also loved the movie. I think what you said kind of like a few minutes back about expectations, Spencer was not top of my list. Like, it wasn't a movie that I desperately felt like I needed to go see. But when I watched it, it was just amazing. Like, I also saw it in London, and so I think being kind of within the same country that the movie's set in, like, it really helped. And I thought it was a really cohesive film as well. And Kristen Stewart just blew me away. It was just so good. And I didn't really... I'm not someone that looks up the royals and what they're doing and what they're up to next or whatever. Like, I don't really follow that. But it did make me kind of interested in that history and what happened. And yeah, it's a surprising top pick, but I really liked it. And I think that from my list, there's like some like kind of a theme where it's like strong female protagonists or strong female characters. And I think not that Kristen Stewart was like she was a bit fragile, like in that movie. It was like very fragile, but it was like a really strong kind of interpretation of a woman character, of a female person. And I think that's what I really liked about it.
Yeah, well, she's like a strong individual who has seemingly been broken down by the royal family. Like, you see how she's kind of like a shell of her former self.
Yeah. Yeah, how about you? What's your top pick?
So I think Cheryl just forgot about this movie because she clearly
What?
I think you forgot about it. And when I say it, you're going to be like, "Oh, yeah." Okay, so my favorite movie of the year was In the Heights.
I didn't watch it.
Yeah, but like, you didn't consider that like it would be one of my favorites because you probably didn't even think about it.
Yeah. Wait, I didn't think you loved it. Did you?
So, like, it's hard because there's some aspects of it that are, like, quite cheesy, like, makes me think that it's not really a great film. But when I think about, like, how much joy it gave me, like, I just love the music. I went to see it twice in theaters. It was so feel good again. And I think this was, like, the first movie that I saw back in theaters when they reopened. So just so many things about it made it so special to me. The fact that it had taken so long to get to screen, because it had first been a musical, and then all these years later they made it into a film, and it got pushed back so much because of COVID. Like, I think I like the soundtrack better than I like the actual film, because there's definitely a lot of cliches towards the ending, but it was just... yeah, I just loved it. And it's exciting because this was on my list of movies that I was looking most forward to last year, and that it actually prevailed and made the list. I love that.
Oh, that's great. Like, you had expectations and it met your expectations somewhat.
Yeah.
And now is top of the list. Like,
top of the list.
Wow.